from Massachusetts is recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I would like to talk just for a couple of minutes about a serious matter that relates to the intelligence bill that we will later consider. Mr. Speaker, for the past decade, Colombia's intelligence agency, the Department of Administrative Security, or the DAS, has engaged in illegal activities. Created to investigate organized crime, insurgents, and drug traffickers, the DAS instead provided paramilitary death squads with the names of trade unionists to be murdered and carried out illegal surveillance on journalists, human rights defenders, political opposition leaders, and Supreme Court judges. American cash, equipment, and training to help shut down drug trafficking may have been used for spy operations, smear campaigns, and threats in Colombia. Several U.S. agencies aided the DAS: the State Department, Pentagon, DEA, CIA, and DIA, even as scandal after scandal after scandal became publicly known. It was only in April 2010 when U.S. Ambassador William Brownfield suspended U.S. aid to the DAS, diverting those resources to the Colombian National Police. Yesterday, Congresswoman Schakowsky and I sent a letter to the Secretaries of State and Defense, the U.S. Attorney General, and the CIA Director, asking them to provide Congress with a comprehensive report on all forms of U.S. aid to the DAS and to tell us what the DAS used the aid for. It's not too much to ask, Mr. Speaker. There has been a shocking lack of oversight over all the U.S. aid that poured into the DAS over the past decade. Getting to the bottom of this is what oversight is all about. Colombia appears to be doing its part. The Attorney General is carrying out an aggressive investigation and series of prosecutions. 6 former high-ranking intelligence officials have confessed to crimes. More than a dozen other operatives are on a trial, with more still under investigation. President Santos has promised to dismantle the DAS and replace it with a new intelligence agency. But in the meantime, the old structures still remain. Witnesses cooperating with the Attorney General find themselves and their families threatened, and human rights defenders, even now, are still under surveillance. Mr. Speaker, I'm sure that U.S. intentions were good, but I also believe that the DAS was generally up to no good. I find it impossible to understand how the State Department and embassy officials can say with certainty that absolutely no U.S. aid funding was ever used by the DAS for criminal purposes. Congress must insist on safeguards to ensure that no funding, equipment, training, or intelligence sharing with any Colombian intelligence agency is used for illegal surveillance or criminal activities now and in the future. When I finish, if I can, the administration or Congress must prohibit any further funding for the. Let me ask you additional 30 seconds.
I'll use additional 30 seconds.
The gentleman is recognized for 30 seconds.
The administration or Congress must prohibit any further funding for the DAS, including aid in the pipeline, until the Attorney General has completed all investigations and prosecutions, finds out who ordered these illegal activities, and President Santos has completely dismantled the current agency. I ask the committee chairman and ranking member to guarantee the members of this House that no further aid will be provided to the DAS, and if that prohibition is not explicitly in this bill, that they will work with the Senate to include it in the final conference report. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I have to yield to the gentleman.